Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going on a fantastic adventure to explore what makes a story tick. We're going to learn how words work together in both English and in Telugu. Andariki swagatam. Ee roju manam oka adbhutamaina prayanam cheddam. Ee patamlo padalu ela kalisipani chesteo neerchukundam. Take a look at this picture. Just like a big, beautiful forest, a story is a living thing, full of different parts that all work together. And today, we're going to be your guides as we explore this amazing world.
ఈ చిత్రాన్ని చూడండి. ఒక అడవిలాగే కథ కూడా జీవం పోసుకున్న ఒక విషయం. దానిలో చాలా భాగాలుంటాయి. ఈరోజు ఈ ప్రపంచాన్ని చూడటానికి నేనే మీ గైడ్.
Okay, let's dive right in. Our big idea for today is something we'll call the language ecosystem. What does that mean? Well, it means that words don't just exist on their own. They work together in a team, just like all the animals you see here in the forest. Sere lothaga valipodam. Iroju manamukya vishayam, language ecosystem. Ante, padalu ontariga undavu. Ikara kanapistana jantuvula, avikalasipani chistai. All right, let's get started with Section 1, the core foundation. This is where we'll discover the most important building blocks of our story world: nouns, pronouns, and verbs. Section 1, the core foundation the model padam. Ikata manakata prapanchaniki mulamaina nouns, pronouns, mariu verbs ni chudam. I want you to think of these three parts of speech as the strong pillars holding up a big building. Nouns, pronouns, and verbs are the most important foundation for any sentence. Seriously, without them, the whole thing would just collapse.
ఈ మూడు పార్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ స్పీచ్ ఒక బిల్డింగ్కి ఉన్న గట్టిగా ఉన్న పిల్లర్స్లా ఊహించుకోండి. నౌన్స్, ప్రొనౌన్స్ మరియు వర్బ్స్ ఒక సెంటెన్స్కి చాలా ముఖ్యమైన పునాది. ఇవి లేకుంటే మొత్తం నిర్మాణం కూలిపోతుంది.
So first up, what exactly is a noun? Well, a noun is simply a naming word. It gives a name to a person, a place, a thing, or even a feeling. For instance, forest is a place, and excitement is a feeling. But noun ante anti? Noun ante peru chepe padam. Udaharanaki, forest oka pradesham, mariu excitement oka bhavana. Now look at these sentences. The noun forest tells us where our story is happening. The noun sound tells us what the earth can hear, and the noun excitement tells us about the feeling in the air. See? This is how nouns build the entire world of the story for us. ఈ sentences చూడండి. Forest కథ ఎక్కడ జరుగుతుందో చెబుతోంది. Sound earth ఏమి వింటుందో చెబుతోంది. మరియు excitement గాలిలో ఉన్న ఫీలింగ్ గురించి చెబుతోంది. ఇలాగే nouns కథా ప్రపంచాన్ని సృష్టిస్తాయి. Now, what happens if we keep repeating nouns, like animals, birds, snakes, and insects, again and again? The sentence gets really slow and kind of boring, right? Well, the solution is a pronoun. A pronoun steps in and replaces the noun. So instead of that long list, we can just say they. So much better. Ipuru manam animals, birds, snakes, and insects lenti nouns ni mulli chepte emotundi. Sentence chala sloga, boringa tayarotundi. Daniki solution a oka pronoun. Oka pronoun noun badluga vastundi. A pedda list ki badalu manam simplega they ani chepavachu. So where does our story get its energy, its movement? From verbs. Verbs are action words. They're really the engine of a sentence. A noun like the jackal is just sitting there until a verb like entered comes along and makes it move. Mana kathaki shakti ekkada nunchi vastundi. Adi verbs valla. Verbs ante action words. Sentence ki engine lantivi. The jackal lanti noun ki entered lanti verb kadilika istunvi. Let's move on to Section 2, painting with words. Now we'll learn how to add beautiful color and detail to our world using adjectives and adverbs. Ipuru, Section 2, painting with words. Mana prapanchaniki adjectives mariu adverbs tho rangulu ella add chelo neerchukundam. Think of adjectives like a painter's color palette. They add all the wonderful colors to our nouns. And adverbs? Well, they're kind of like a volume dial. They can turn the action up or turn it way down. Adjectives oka painter daggara unna rangula palette la anukondi. Avi mana nouns ki rangulu add chestayi. మరియు adverbs ఒక వాల్యూమ్ డయల్ లాంటివి. అవి యాక్షన్ని ఎక్కువ చేయగలరు లేదా తక్కువ చేయగలరు. Adjectives are basically describing words. They answer questions like what kind or which one. So what kind of squirrel? A gray squirrel. What kind of jackal? A cunning jackal. This just paints a much clearer picture in our minds, doesn't it?
యాడ్జెక్టివ్స్ అంటే వర్ణించే పదాలు. అవి ఎలాంటిది లేదా ఏది అనే ప్రశ్నలకి సమాధానమిస్తాయి. ఉదాహరణకి, ఎలాంటి స్క్వరల్, ఒక గ్రే స్క్వరల్. ఎలాంటి జాకల్, ఒక కనింగ్ జాకల్. ఇది మనకి ఇంకా స్పష్టమైన చిత్రాన్ని ఇస్తుంది.
Adverbs, on the other hand, modify other words. They tell us how or when or to what degree something happened. For example, the jackal wasn't just angry, he was very angry. That turns the volume way up. And the animals didn't become suspicious all at once. It happened gradually. This sets the pace of the story. Maru vaibu adverbs itara padalani modify chestai. Avi paini ela epudu leda enta tivranga jarigendu chebutai. Jackal kopamga undata matrame kadu, very angry ga unadu. Adi volume penchinatu. Jantuvulu suddenga anumana padaledu. Adi gradually ga jarigendi. Idi vegani nirnaistundi.
So, what's the key difference here? It's simple. Adjectives modify nouns and pronouns, and they answer the question, what kind? But adverbs modify verbs and adjectives, and they answer how. Just think, cunning jackal versus always busy. So, mukhya vishyam entiente, adjectives, nouns never nistai. Adverbs, verbs never nistai. Udaharanaki, cunning jackal and always busy.
So, we have a world, and it's full of beautiful details. Now we have to learn how to connect everything. Let's start Section 3, Connecting the World. Manaki yopudu vivaralato oka prapanchamundi. Section 3lo, annitini ela kalapalo nurchkundam.
To connect things, we have two special tools, prepositions and conjunctions. Prepositions are kind of like a map. They show us where everything is. And conjunctions are like bridges. They connect different ideas to each other. Kalapadam kosam manam rendu pratyekamaina tools వాడుతాము. Prepositions మరియు conjunctions. Prepositions ఒక map లాంటివి, వస్తువులు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయో చూపిస్తాయి. Conjunctions bridges లాంటివి, విభిన్న ఆలోచనలని కలుపుతాయి. Prepositions are position words. They show us the relationship between a noun and another word. So where did the sadhu come down? Among the animals. Where did the streams tumble? Over the rocks. And where's the help from? From God. They show us the exact location. Prepositions anti-position words. అవి ఒక నౌన్కి మారో పదానికి మధ్య ఉన్న సంబంధాన్ని చూపిస్తాయి. సాధు ఎక్కడికి దిగాదు? జంతువుల మధ్యలో, అమంగ్. శేలాయాలు ఎక్కడ పడుతున్నాయి? రాలు పైనుంచి, ఓవర్. సహాయం ఎక్కడి నుంచి? దేవుడి నుంచి, ఫ్రమ్. అవి స్థలాన్ని చూపిస్తాయి. And what about conjunctions? Well, they're joining words. The word and joins two ideas that are similar, like competing and fighting. But the word but joins two ideas that are different or opposites, like I will not kill the jackal, but help you. See that little bridge it builds? Mari conjunctions gurinchi, avi kalipe padanu. And ane padam, rendu okeda kamaina alochinalani kaliputundi, competing and fighting laga. But ane padam, rendu vibinamaina, leda vyatirekamaina alochinalani kaliputundi. Nenu jackal ni champanu kani, but meku sahayam chastanu, laga. A bridge ni chusara? We are so close to the end of our journey. Our final new topic in Section 4 is all about adding a burst of emotion by injecting sudden feelings into our story. Mana prayanam chivariki vajjesam. Section 4lo manam akasmata bhavodvegalani vyaktam cheyadam gurinchi nerchukundam. These little bursts of feeling are called interjections. They are sudden shouts of emotion. A strong interjection like, oh, with an exclamation mark shows shock or surprise. A milder one like, oh, with a comma, is used more for a quiet thought. Vetini interjections in taru. Ivi akasmad bhavodvegalu. Lanti balamaina interjection exclamation mark though, shock leda upasamanani chupistundi. Lanti sadharanamaina interjection comma though, sambhashanalo vadutaru. And now it's time for the grand finale. In our final section, Section 5, we're going to see the full ecosystem and how all of these amazing parts work together. Ipuru grand finale. Section 5lo, the full ecosystemlo, anni bhagalu ela alasi pani chestayo chuddam. So, the big question is, how does it all fit together? How do these 8 different parts of speech come together to create one beautiful, complete picture? Let's find out. Mari pedda prashne enti ante, idi anta kalisi ela saripotundi? ఈ 8 parts of speech కలిసి ఒక అందమైన పూర్తి చిత్రాన్ని ఎలా సృష్టిస్తాయి తెలుసుకుందాం. Let's look closely at this one sentence. Oh, the very cunning jackal gradually entered the forest and whispered among them. O is our interjection, that burst of feeling. Jackal and forest are the nouns, our characters and places. Cunning is the adjective that describes the jackal. Entered and whispered are the verbs, the actions. Gradually is the adverb telling us how he entered. And is the conjunction that connects his actions. And among is the preposition, showing his location. You see, everything has a very important job to do. E-sentence chudendi. Oh, the very cunning jackal, gradually entered the forest and whispered among them. O ani the interjection, abhavodwegam. Jackal maryu forest, nouns, monopatrolo maryu prodesalu. Cunning ani the jackal ni varninche adjective. Entered maryu whispered verbs, apunulu. Gradually ani the atano ela enterayodo chepe adverb. And ani the panulunu kalipe conjunction. Maryu among ani the atani location chupinche preposition. Chusera, pritsu doniki okapaniundi. So, what are the big takeaways from our journey today? Well, remember this. Every single word has a job. Nouns and verbs are the strong foundation. The modifiers, adjectives and adverbs, add color and detail. The connectors, prepositions and conjunctions link everything together. And interjections add that pop of emotion. And when you put them all together, they create a living, breathing story.
మరి ఈరోజు మన ప్రయాణం నుంచి మనం తీసుకెళ్లాల్సిన ముఖ్య విషయాలు ఏంటి? ప్రతి ఒక్క పదానికి ఒక పని ఉంటుంది. నౌన్స్ మరియు వర్బ్స్ పునాది. మోడిఫైయర్స్, యాడ్జెక్టివ్స్ మరియు యాడ్వర్బ్స్ రంగులను వివరాలను ఇస్తాయి. కనెక్టర్స్, ప్రెపోజిషన్స్ మరియు కంజంక్షన్స్ అన్నిటినీ కలుపుతాయి. మరియు ఇంటర్జెక్షన్స్ భావోద్వేగాలను యాడ్ చేస్తాయి. కలిసి అవి ఒక జీవమున్న కథను సృష్టిస్తాయి.
Thank you so much for joining our exploration of the language ecosystem today. From now on, whenever you read a story, try to find all the different parts of speech and see how they're all working together as a team. Keep exploring. Language ecosystem gurinji telskodaniki mato batu wachinanduku thanks. Ipachi nonchi miru ye kata chadivina andulo nouns, verbs, adjectives anni ela kalisi pani chestunayo churandi. Parishodinchalam konasaginchandi.